Speak with clarity, 'cause there's too much noise around us. Or maybe it's just me. There's treasure in the sea, yeah, but I'm just too dry to reach it.
Woo! How's it going, everybody? It's cold up here in Missouri. I'm up here working with my company this week, but I had a few extra minutes. I just wanted to share some info with you guys. Over the past 6 months, I've really started doing photography, as a hobby for my friends, for my family. Just want to give them something fun to look at, have some memories. But I wanted to give you guys 5 things that I've learned over these past 6 months and 5 tips that may help you along in your photography career if that's what you choose to do. So let's go ahead and hop into it with tip number 1. Know your camera settings inside and out. And more specifically, know the manual settings, how to manually expose an image. Understand how ISO affects the image, how shutter speed affects the image, how your aperture affects the image. Don't be sitting with your subjects ready to go and you're fiddling around with camera settings trying to figure everything out. Know that stuff before you get to the shoot. Manually exposing your images, there's some things that your eye can see that maybe the camera doesn't pick up on, and it will give you better quality results for the future. Tip number 2 is go ahead and scope out your locations ahead of time. This is one thing that I've done lately that's really helped me out when it comes to the scenery. Understand how the time of day affects your scenery. Is it getting dark earlier at the place that you're shooting? How does the light in the morning look? What kind of traffic is there? Is there any traffic at all? Is it a remote location? Where's the sweet spots? And by sweet spots, I mean, where are the prettiest places on the plot of land or downtown that you're going to be shooting? So go ahead and go scope that stuff out ahead of time. That way, when it comes day to shoot, you understand exactly where you're going to put your people so that you can get the best images out of that. Tip number 3, explain the process to the people that you're shooting. And what I mean by that is go ahead and get them comfortable in front of the camera by explaining a few of the poses that you're gonna do. I actually learned this from another channel that I've been watching, and it's genius. It gets people comfortable in front of the camera. You can explain how you're gonna have them start off with their posing. Take a few test shots to test the lighting situation. That way you get the most out of the image, you get the most out of the folks that you're shooting, so they feel more natural. They don't feel like everything is stiff like a statue or anything like that. They're comfortable in front of the lens because you've done some test shots and you've actually explained some of the things that you're going to have them doing versus doing it sporadically and them running around trying to figure out what to do, because most people are not comfortable in front of the camera. Tip number 4, this is something that I've started doing lately, is after I'm done going through my checklist of poses and looks that I'm trying to go for in whatever collection it is that I'm about to shoot, I actually ask what it is that may be on their mind, as far as, would you guys like me to do any certain poses? Do you like any certain scenery? Do you need to change outfits? I mean, I've had people change outfits before going from one location to the next. So get some feedback from your client. Ask them if there's anything that they would like to see in their images whenever you deliver the final product. Tip number 5, and I actually learned this from a good friend of mine. His name's Jared Collins. He actually did my family photos last week of my wife and my son and me. Does a phenomenal job. If you're in the East Tennessee area and want a great photographer, look up Jared Collins Photography. Thank you, brother, for our pictures again. But I learned this from Jared, and that's just keep shooting. Even if the folks are just standing around or maybe they're having a conversation, some of the best images that you'll ever get in your final product is candid photos of people cutting up at each other because they're awkward in front of camera, or they're having a conversation. Maybe they're walking through the field, through the street, whatever it is. Keep shooting, keep pressing that shutter button. You're gonna get some good candid images. Those in my mind are the best anyways. There's no scripting, there's no special posing, it's just people in their natural state. So those are the 5 things that I've really tried to step up over the past 6 months of shooting my friends, shooting my family. Hopefully it can help somebody along the way that's just beginning their photography journey. Other than that, guys, that's all I got. I'm going to try to stay warm up here in Missouri this evening. Like I said, the cold came in. It's about 35 degrees outside. They're calling for snow. I'm going to try to get back home to Tennessee before we get snowed in. So y'all have a good night. We'll see you.